I just love working with my wife, you know what I mean?
Feelings mutual. I can't.
She loves it.
If you
see
we
how
do
much
this
that,
every
like-
year.
We are here in Glasgow filming series 9 of the hit list,
gosh.
which is unbelievable. It feels like yesterday that we started working on the show.
It really does.
But this is day 1 of the entire series. We're here for 3 days doing 9 shows. So 3 today, 3 tomorrow, 3 the next day, and then that's the 9th series done.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So the Hit List is a Tuesday's Child original format. It is a show that we created. One of the things that we all love so much about working at Tuesday's Child is the culture that is very much concerned with people's kind of enjoyment of their job. Every year that we've done the Hit List, everyone who works on it, this is crew and all of the team, everyone always really looks forward to it. Everyone has such a fun time, and because we have so many returners, it has such a family atmosphere.
It's a fun job. I think everyone really enjoys working on it, and it's just a really lovely atmosphere in the studio.
I mean, you've got everyone from the floor manager all the way down through to the casting researchers that I've been working with more closely. You've got all the technical operators who do things that I can't even begin to understand. And then you've got the runners as well supporting. I mean, you've got a lot of people, and I'm sure I've forgotten some people in there.
We love filming the Hit List here at Pacific Quay. The building's really set up like so perfectly. You've got the production office space, which is ideal. The way the mez is set up for all those sort of studio dressing rooms. I think that the people here in like Pacific Quay are so helpful. They know the show off by heart themselves, so they can anticipate what needs we have. We've got great gallery spaces.
We love coming back to Glasgow, don't we? I feel like this is where we do the Hit List now. It would be weird for it to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I love it. Everyone's so friendly. We're well looked after. It's very rare in telly that you get a really lovely dressing room, and this is a good one here. Anyone that films here, this is what we talk about. We're like, it's a good dressing room.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Scotland always feels like home to us, you know, even going back to the days when JLS performing here and Saturday's performing here is always a great city to perform in.
Always a nice response, isn't it?
I don't know if you know, but I'm a little bit Scottish.
Oh, here we go. He clings on to this.
Basically, my nan was born in Scotland, so, you know.
So basically, he's a local.
Yeah, I'm a local.
One of the luxuries of being in Series 9 is we're quite a well-oiled machine. It means we can give people opportunities to move up or move into new roles and feel supported. One of our researchers who's been with us 3 years started as an intern. Our previous casting producer started as a casting researcher in Series 1 and was a casting producer by Series 7, I believe. When you have a lot of people that know each other and know the show, and you can support people. A lot of our question writers and question researchers, there isn't a huge amount of them in Scotland. So what I look for when I'm hiring researchers, it's not credits they have in a CV, it's do you like music? And it gives you an opportunity to grow people.
In the last 3 years that I've been at Tuesday's Child, they've offered me sort of different opportunities each year. So 1 year I've worked more sort of across like running in my first year. The second year I got a bit more to do with questions. And then this third year I've got a bit to do with casting, which is great for my career because it just gives me lots of different learning experiences. It gives me more options, I guess, in the future. But it's been great, and it's just a really great team. Everyone actually works together really well. It's a friendly environment. Everyone pulls together. And I can genuinely say that. It's just a great place to work.
The ways that the show has changed over the past 9 series have been just ways to kind of build upon and improve and make the format a wee bit more fun and just kind of really help the play along ability of it.
So it has evolved as it goes on, but I think the format's really true to what it is, because I think what it is just so neat and simple, and that's I think what people really respond to, because everybody plays Name That Tune. Like, you can play it with anybody, you can do it anywhere, people just, you know, really respond to that and can't turn away, can't stop shouting their answers at the telly.
Music is really generational, and we have a big audience because of that. It's one of the shows that young people can watch with their grandparents. It goes from music from the 60s right up to now. So we're always striving to make sure there's something for everyone in the show. I think we clear about 2,000 songs per series. The average ep has about 200 we clear. The way the gameplay works, you clear a lot of songs and write a lot of questions that may not get picked, but just the same amount of work has to go into them. It's very important to us that the people that come on the show find it as much a joy as we do. I know we make TV every day, but for people who are coming on a quiz show, it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing for them, and it's a huge memory. So the whole team makes a big effort to make sure people feel like they're having a really special day and come away with really positive memories, whether they've won or not.
And we've just done a celebrity special.
We're a bit more lenient because they're playing for charity, so we spoon feed them slightly, don't we?
I feel like we did a lot in that one.
Yeah.
We're lucky, we've lovely relationships on this show. You've families, you've couples, friends, but then you have that as well within celebrities, and often a lot of them are doing something they haven't done before, and people are so passionate about their music, they take it very seriously. And also the celebrities are often playing for charities that mean a huge amount to them.
We're really lucky. We have got loads of people that want to take part in the programme, so we get thousands of applications every year. So it's really good for us in that we've got a lot of people to choose from, and it's just a case of phoning people up and chatting to them, finding out their stories, and then we'll progress them to the next stage, which is a Zoom edition, and that's where we'll delve a little bit further into their backstory and what kind of music they like and stuff like that, and then we'll do a music quiz on them and see just how strong their knowledge is.
We usually have at least one audition question in there that when someone gets there, we're like, oh, they're good.
I'd be great on the hit list if I only had to sort of choose from 90s old school hip hop and R&B.
My music taste is a bit more across the board than my wife. She's quite niche and sort of
just
in
like
one
what I
lane.
like, okay?
But
Like what
I generally have quite a broader taste.
I think what makes a great contestant or a team is the ability to just relax and have fun is probably the biggest thing, because I think that just helps you deal with the pressure. I think it's also just about what makes a good pair, because you can have someone that really has like pop and rock locked down, and then you have someone that's more into hip hop and grime. And I think oftentimes you see just a good team is the thing that makes you win the money.
We had a 10K win last year, which was the first one in 8 series. I may have had a bit of a cry in the gallery about that one.
We always say this when we, talk about the show, that even if we weren't hosts, I would love to have been a contestant.
And what he's not saying is because he's trying to be modest as much as he likes to wind me up, is he's actually really good. He is very, very good, and your music taste and knowledge is very broad. So I do.
So would you say that I'm better than you?
I would around on the hit list, not live. Around on the hit list, you would 100% be better. But it wouldn't matter to me because you'd be on my team. So if you're winning, I'm winning.
We
so
would actually make a very good team if we were on the other side.
I'd be there for support.
Yeah.